You are standing at a crossroads right now, whether you realize it or not. One decision, that's all it takes to alter the entire trajectory of your life. Not 100 plans, not 1,000 ideas, just one single act of courage. History is full of people who were I'm doing this away from rewriting their story. Think about it. Every great success, every life-changing transformation began with a choice to move. The power isn't in the dream, the power is in the decision to act on it. Let me tell you something. You're not waiting on the perfect moment. The perfect moment is waiting on you. And until you move, nothing changes. That moment of choice, that split second, when you say, enough, I'm going for it, becomes the line where your old life ends and your new life begins. Today could be that day. Will you choose it? You are one decision away from a completely different life. Not 10, not 50, not a lifetime of planning, just one. Every breakthrough you've ever admired, every story of transformation, it all started with a moment of choice. Think about it. The difference between where you are and where you want to be isn't luck. It isn't talent. It's action. Let me tell you something. The universe doesn't reward intentions. It rewards movement. That's why this moment matters so much. Right now, you hold the pen that can rewrite your story. Not tomorrow, not someday. Today, this moment is the hinge on which your entire future swings. Will you open the door or stay standing outside? One decision can flip everything. The only question is, will you make it? Dreams are easy. Anyone can dream. You can sit in your room, close your eyes, and see yourself living the life you want. But here's the truth. Dreams are cheap. They cost you nothing but time in your head. Action. Action will demand everything from you. Your energy, your sweat, your focus, your discipline. That's why so few take it. But if you think action is expensive, wait until you pay the bill for inaction. That bill comes in regret. It comes in what ifs. It comes in standing at the end of your life, wishing you had moved when you had the chance. The price of inaction is the life you were meant to live. Don't fool yourself. Doing nothing isn't free. It's the most expensive choice you can make. How many times have you said, tomorrow I'll start? How many dreams have you suffocated under the weight of someday? Be honest with yourself. How many tomorrows have you buried with excuses? Every time you say later, you are handing a piece of your potential to the graveyard of wasted chances. Later becomes never, and never becomes regret. Excuses feel soft and harmless in the moment, but they are silent killers. They take your goals one day at a time, until there's nothing left but I wish I had. Here's the reality. There is no perfect tomorrow. There's only the messy, imperfect, unstoppable power of now. Excuses won't build your dream. Action will. The question is, how many more dreams are you willing to bury before you finally stand up and fight for them? Your goals don't care if you're tired. They don't care if you're scared. They don't care if life feels unfair. Your goals respond to one thing and one thing only: movement. You can sit and hope. You can pray. You can wish. But without action, all of it is noise. That's why people spend years saying they want change but never see it. Because wanting is cheap. Moving is everything. You see, feelings are fickle. One day you're motivated, the next day you're drained. If your goals depended on how you felt, you'd never reach them. That's why action matters. Action doesn't ask permission from your emotions. It doesn't wait for the right mood. It moves regardless. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel brave. Start moving. When you move, the feelings catch up. Motion creates emotion. Discipline creates results. Your goals are out there, but they're not coming to you. You're going to have to move to them. There comes a moment in every life where you have to draw a line in the sand. A moment where you say, enough. No more talking. No more planning. No more waiting. It starts now. That moment isn't next week. It isn't when things calm down. It isn't when life gets easier. That moment is today. You've spent enough time explaining your dream, enough time imagining your future. Words don't build empires. Action does. Let me tell you something. Nobody remembers the one who almost did it. Nobody celebrates the one who thought about it. History is written by movers, not talkers. Today is the day you step across that line. Today is the day your excuses die and your real life begins. Stop telling the world what you're going to do. Show them. Stop talking. Start moving. Action is the key, and it starts right now. A goal without action isn't a goal. It's a wish, and most wishes are just fear dressed up as ambition. You say you want it, but deep down you're scared to move. Scared to fail. Scared to succeed. That's why the goal stays on paper and never becomes reality. Let me tell you something, writing a goal isn't courage. Talking about a goal isn't progress. Moving on a goal, that's where courage lives. That's where dreams are born into reality. A goal without action is nothing more than a mirror reflecting your hesitation back at you. Stop hiding behind lists and plans. Stop calling preparation progress. Progress is movement. Goals are the blueprint, but action is the hammer. Without it, the house will never be built. Imagine every dream you have is behind a locked door. You can see it through the window. Your health, your success, your purpose. You can knock, you can beg, you can wish, but nothing opens it. There is only one key: action. Action doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't wait for the perfect plan. It turns the key and steps inside. Without it, you will spend your life staring at the life you want but never living it. The truth is simple. You are either outside knocking or inside building. The difference isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's movement. Every step you take is a turn of the key. Every excuse is you walking away from the door. Life is never neutral. You are either moving forward or sliding back. There is no standing still. If you are not actively chasing your goals, life is pulling you in the opposite direction. Every day you hesitate, momentum builds, but not for you. It builds for the distractions, the bad habits, the circumstances you don't want. Time doesn't pause while you decide. Opportunities don't wait while you get ready. Think of a river. If you stop paddling, the current doesn't stop. It drags you backward. That's your life. If you aren't rowing toward your goal, you are drifting away from it. So ask yourself, which way are you moving right now? Every step you don't take toward your dream is a step life takes in the other direction. Start moving, even if it's small, because motion is the only thing that fights the current. There are two types of people in this world: dreamers and doers, spectators and players. Which one are you? Dreamers sit in the stands. They talk about what they would do if they were in the game. Doers are on the field, sweating, fighting, failing, getting back up, winning. Spectators live on someday. Players live in today. Let me tell you something, life doesn't pay out on intentions. It rewards action. The scoreboard doesn't care what you meant to do. It only reflects what you actually did. You get one shot at this. Will you spend it watching or playing? Will you die with ideas or live with impact? The choice isn't a slogan, it's a lifestyle. Pick your side. Action is the great unlocker. It is the bridge between who you are and who you can become. Words can inspire, plans can prepare, but only action transforms. Think of a seed. It holds the potential for a forest, but without planting, without breaking the ground, it's nothing more than a shell. Your goals are seeds. Action is the hand that plants them. Without it, your potential dies in the dark. Every great story of success comes down to this single truth: they moved. They didn't wait for the perfect plan. They didn't wait for fear to disappear. They acted, and action changed everything. You want change. You want freedom. You want impact. Stop looking for secrets. Stop waiting for signs. Action is the key. It always was. It always will be. Turn it. Excuses are the most dangerous thieves in the world because they sound exactly like you. They don't break in through the window. They live inside your head. They tell you it's not the right time. They whisper that you'll start tomorrow. They convince you that waiting is wisdom, when it's really fear. Every time you believe an excuse, it steals a piece of your potential. It robs you of momentum before you ever begin. Let me tell you something. Excuses are liars dressed in comfort. They don't protect you. They paralyze you. You don't owe your excuses another second of your life. Rip them out by their roots. Replace every I can't with I must. Replace every later with now. The life you want is on the other side of the excuses you've been protecting. Fear feels huge when you're standing still. It looks like a mountain when you're staring at it. But here's the truth. Fear is only a shadow. The second you take a step, it starts to fade. Think of the last time you finally did something you were scared of. The moment you moved, the fear started shrinking, didn't it? That's because fear is a liar that feeds on hesitation. It grows in your stillness. Let me tell you something, you don't need to wait for fear to leave to move. You move and fear leaves. One step is all it takes to prove it was never as big as it pretended to be. Shadows can't hurt you, but they can stop you, if you let them. Every day people sit at the table with their limitations and bargain. I'll try if it's not too hard. I'll push as long as I don't fail. That's why they stay stuck. You don't negotiate with limits, you break them. Your comfort zone will never hand you your dreams. It's a cage that looks safe because you've been inside it too long. But you weren't born to live small. You weren't born to bow to fear or excuses. You were born to conquer. Stop asking permission from your past. Stop lowering your standards to fit your fears. The truth is simple. The version of you that reaches your goals isn't a negotiator. It's a warrior. Draw the line. Tell your limitations, you don't run me anymore. Then step into the fight. The enemy isn't outside you. It's the hesitation inside you. And today you destroy it. Momentum is a powerful thing. Every step you take makes the next one easier. But so does regret. Every day you hesitate, you build a wall that gets harder to climb. Momentum and regret are built the same way. One decision at a time. One I'll do it now. Or one I'll do it later. Every choice compounds until it becomes your life. Which one are you building right now? Momentum or regret? It's not a question for tomorrow. It's a question for this moment. Because every second you wait, regret is pouring concrete under your feet. The good news: momentum can start with one small move. One act of courage can tip the scale and start the avalanche of change. But you have to choose it. Take a hard look back at your life. How many dreams died in the waiting room of hesitation? How many opportunities slipped through your fingers because you told yourself later? Hesitation is a silent thief. It doesn't hurt right away. It doesn't scream. It slowly drains your time, your energy, your potential. 1 year turns into 5. 5 turns into a decade. And one day you wake up realizing you built a life out of pauses instead of progress. Let me tell you something. Hesitation has stolen enough from you. It's taken the best years of too many people. But it doesn't get to take another day, unless you let it. Draw the line right now. Decide that hesitation dies today. Replace it with action. Because the only thing standing between you and your goals isn't talent, luck, or timing. It's movement. It's action. And the time to act is now. Perfection is the enemy of action. How many times have you told yourself you'll start when the plan is flawless, when every step is mapped out, when every risk is eliminated? That's not preparation. That's fear in disguise. Progress doesn't come from perfect plans. Progress comes from messy, imperfect movement. Think of every great invention, every successful business, every personal transformation. None of them started perfect. They started rough. They started small. They started with people who were willing to move even when they didn't have it all figured out. Let me tell you something. You can't steer a parked car, You have to move first, then adjust. Waiting until you feel ready is the same as waiting forever. Start ugly. Start scared. Start before you think you're prepared. Because once you move, momentum kicks in. Perfection doesn't create progress. Action does. You don't build a mountain in a day. You stack one stone at a time. The same is true for your goals. People fail not because they lack the ability, but because they underestimate the power of small, consistent wins. Every time you take a tiny step forward, you are creating momentum. One workout becomes 2. One phone call turns into 10. One page written becomes a book. Success isn't built in giant leaps. It's carved out of small, relentless steps that add up over time. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, almost insignificant. But as it moves, it gathers weight, power, and speed, until nothing can stop it. That's your action. That's your life. Don't wait for a big break. Create micro momentum today. One small win every day will make you unstoppable tomorrow. Small moves create massive change. Most people treat failure like it's the end. They hit a wall and think, I guess it wasn't meant to be. That's why they never reach their goals. Failure isn't the finish line. It's the feedback loop that teaches you how to win. Every setback carries information. Every mistake is a teacher. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who learn faster. Thomas Edison didn't fail 1,000 times building the light bulb. He discovered 1,000 ways it didn't work until he found the one that did. That's not failure. That's refinement. Let me tell you something. Failure doesn't kill dreams. Quitting does. Every time you stumble, you are one step closer to the version of yourself who will get it right. Use failure. Study it. Build from it. Because the finish line isn't where you fall. It's where you refuse to stop. Motivation is great when it shows up, but it's unreliable. Some mornings you'll wake up ready to conquer the world, and other days you'll want to hide under the covers. If you depend on motivation, your dreams will only move when your mood does. That's why systems matter more. Systems are the anchors that keep you moving when you don't feel like it. They are habits, routines, and triggers that make action automatic. Look at top athletes, successful entrepreneurs, or anyone who has mastered their craft. They don't rely on feeling inspired. They rely on disciplined systems that kick in, regardless of emotion. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the strength of your systems. Build ones that make action non-negotiable. Set reminders. Remove friction. Create environments that force progress. Motivation starts the fire, but systems keep it burning when the wind blows. Action is like fire. It starts with a single spark, one decision, one step, and suddenly it spreads. The more you feed it, the bigger it grows until it burns through every limit you thought you had. When you hesitate, that fire dies before it ever begins. But when you move, even a small flicker can turn into an inferno of momentum. That's why one action today matters more than 1,000 intentions tomorrow. Think of every barrier you've ever faced as dry wood stacked around you. Fear, doubt, excuses. They're all fuel. The moment you strike the match of action, those barriers stop being walls and start being energy that pushes you forward. Let me tell you something. Your limits aren't as strong as your movement. Feed the fire. Keep it alive with every step. And soon, the blaze of your action will burn down everything that once held you back. One of the biggest lies holding people back is the belief that they need to have it all figured out before they move. They wait for the perfect plan, the right knowledge, the ideal timing. But life doesn't reward the one who knows everything. It rewards the one who dares to begin. Think of every great journey in history. None of them started with all the answers. They started with a single step into the unknown. Clarity doesn't come before action. Clarity comes because of action. Let me tell you something. You don't need to see the whole staircase to take the first step. You just need the courage to lift your foot. Waiting for certainty is another name for waiting forever. Your goals aren't asking for perfection. They're asking for motion. Start messy. Start scared. Start now. Courage is the bridge between I wish and I did. Fast forward 10 years. Picture yourself looking back on today. What will you say? Will you whisper, "Thank you for moving when it was hard"? Or will you sigh, "I'm sorry I wasted my chance"? The future version of you is being built right now by the choices you make in this moment. Every action you take, or don't take, becomes a brick in the foundation of the life you'll live a decade from now. Regret doesn't show up overnight. It's a slow ache that grows stronger every year you hesitate. But gratitude, the kind you give yourself, is born from bold action. Ask yourself, 10 years from now, what kind of conversation do you want to have with yourself? A thank you or an apology? The answer isn't in words. It's in what you do today. Regret doesn't strike like lightning. It seeps in slowly, drop by drop, until it fills every corner of your life. It shows up in the quiet moments. The what ifs, the I should have, the why didn't I. It's a poison that eats away at your spirit. But here's the truth. Action is the antidote. Every step you take toward your goals drains regret of its power. When you move, you replace someday with I did. You transform hesitation into history. Regret can't survive where action lives. Every time you choose to act, you are inoculating yourself against the pain of wasted potential. Don't let the poison spread another day. The cure is in your hands. Close your eyes and imagine yourself 20 years from now. Picture the older version of you standing in front of you. What would they say? Would they thank you for being brave? Or would they beg you to move before it's too late? Every dream you delay is a debt you are handing to your future self. One day you will meet the results of your choices, and in that moment, you will either smile with pride or ache with regret. Think of all the people who would give anything to go back in time and take the step they were too afraid to take. You have that chance right now. You are standing in the moment they wish they could return to. Don't make your future self plead for action. Give them the gift of movement today. Let them live free because you had the courage to start now. Action hurts in the moment. Sacrifice is uncomfortable. Discipline burns. But the pain you embrace now becomes the freedom you live later. Every rep, every choice, every small act of courage is a deposit into the life you want to build. Avoiding that pain doesn't save you. It trades short-term comfort for long-term regret. There is no escaping the cost. You either pay in effort now or in sorrow later. Let me tell you something. The weight of discipline is heavy, but the weight of regret is unbearable. One you carry for a season, the other you carry for life. Choose your weight wisely. Regret is strongest when you stand still. Every step you take weakens it. Every action you choose today robs regret of its grip on your future. You don't have to leap a mountain in a day. You just have to move. One call, one workout, one decision. Each step you take is a declaration, I refuse to live in what could have been. The beauty of action is that it compounds. A single choice today can change a lifetime tomorrow. Regret may whisper, but your movement drowns it out. Take one step now, then another tomorrow. Each one is a blow against the life you don't want, and a brick in the foundation of the life you deserve. Action isn't just something you do, it's something you become. When you move consistently, when you choose discipline over excuses day after day, action stops being an event and starts being your identity. It's no longer about forcing yourself to do the work. It becomes who you are. Think about people who inspire you. The athletes, leaders, entrepreneurs who seem unstoppable. It's not because they're born different. It's because they built an identity rooted in movement. They don't wait for motivation. They act because action is part of their DNA. You have the same power. Every choice you make is casting a vote for the kind of person you want to be. Every step you take toward your goals says, I am someone who moves. I am someone who does. Stop trying to fit action into your life. Become the person who breathes it. When you embody action, success stops being a goal and starts being inevitable. Say it out loud. I move. I act. I refuse to sit still. Those aren't just words, they're declarations. Every time you repeat them, you're carving a new identity into your mind. Movement is life. Stagnation is decay. You are not here to rot in comfort. You are here to rise through action. The world doesn't need another dreamer sitting on the sidelines. It needs someone willing to move. Despite fear, despite doubt, despite obstacles. Let me tell you something. You can't think your way into a new life. You have to move your way into it. Every time you act, you're proving to yourself that you're done being still. And once you've tasted progress, stillness will never satisfy you again. Your environment shapes your identity. If you surround yourself with people who sit still, you'll learn to sit still. If you surround yourself with movers, you'll learn to move. Look at your circle. Are they pushing you forward or keeping you comfortable? Comfort zones are contagious. So is hunger. So is discipline. You need to be around people whose action makes you feel like you're not doing enough. That energy forces you to rise. But it's not just about who you add. It's about what you cut. You have to burn the bridges to passivity. That means cutting out habits, environments, and relationships that keep you stagnant. Let me tell you something. Your dream can't survive in a room built for mediocrity. Build a new room. Fill it with movers, and then move so hard that everyone who stays behind realizes they can't catch you anymore. Most people define themselves by what they intend to do. I want to start a business. I'm going to get in shape. But intention doesn't build identity. Action does. When you anchor your self-image to movement, everything changes. You stop seeing yourself as someone who wants to change and start seeing yourself as someone who does. That shift is the foundation of transformation. Stop calling yourself a dreamer. Start calling yourself a doer. Stop defining yourself by what you plan. Define yourself by what you execute. Your self-image is a mirror. Make sure when you look into it you see movement, not promises. Action is just like muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The first rep is always shaky. The first step always feels heavy. But every time you move, you're building strength you'll need for the bigger battles ahead. You don't build power by thinking about lifting. You build it by showing up and moving weight, even when it hurts. Action works the same way. Every day you choose to act, you are training yourself to be unstoppable. And one day you'll look back and realize the things that used to scare you are now warm-ups. Keep moving. Keep repping. Action compounds like muscle, until one day, nothing feels too heavy. Every life has a turning point, and this is yours. The door to everything you've ever wanted is right in front of you. You can see it. You can feel it. But here's the truth. The door won't open on its own. It doesn't respond to wishing. It responds to movement. Right now you have two choices. Step up and push, or stand still, and watch the opportunity pass. That decision will echo for the rest of your life. Moments like this don't come every day. They come once in a while. And when they do, they demand courage. Let me tell you something. You're not waiting on the perfect time. This is the time. The key is already in your hand. The door is right there. All that's left is for you to move and turn it. Don't just act. Act now. Don't just move. Move big. The world doesn't change for cautious steps. It bends for bold ones. Every massive transformation starts with someone who decided to go all in. Not halfway. Not let's see what happens. All in. The energy you put into your action determines the results you get back. Small effort equals small change. Big, bold action equals a life that looks nothing like the one you're living now. Act like your future depends on it, because it does. Act like this is the only shot you'll ever get, because it might be. Keep moving until the ground beneath you shifts. Keep pushing until the world takes notice. Life bends to boldness, and the moment you decide to act without holding back, everything starts to change. Waiting is the dream killer. It disguises itself as patience, but it's just fear wearing a mask. You tell yourself you're waiting for the right moment, the right sign, the right feeling. But let me tell you the truth. The longer you wait, the heavier the door gets. Action is the key. Not planning, not wishing, not hoping, moving. Even a small step breaks the chains that hesitation has wrapped around your life. Stop waiting for clarity. Stop waiting for courage. Stop waiting for permission. Start moving, and everything you've been waiting for will start moving toward you. You don't get another today. Once it's gone forever. Don't let it slip through your fingers while you sit still. The key is movement, and the lock is waiting. Turn it now. You've been holding the key this whole time. Every goal, every dream, every vision you have for your life. It's all been waiting for you to make one move. Picture this. A locked door, heavy and unyielding. You've been standing in front of it for months, maybe years, wondering when it will open. The truth, it won't. Not until you put the key in and turn it. And that key is not knowledge. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's action. Action is the universal key that opens every locked door between you and your potential. Today is not just another day. It's the day you stop staring at the door and finally walk through it. No more hesitation. No more excuses. Turn the key. Step inside. And never look back. This is your life. This is your moment. The only thing standing between you and your goals is movement. And the key is already in your hand. Turn it today.